Coming up on the News at Rider, a sit-down interview with the Cranberry King and Queen, Gary Saretsky's Art Talk, and a trip to Bloomsburg University for the National Broadcasting Society Regional Competition. Stay tuned for the News at Rider. Welcome to the News at Rider. I'm Steph Chartel. The Cranberry King and Queen competition was one of the closest contests in recent memory. Kelly Dixon had the chance to sit down and talk with the winners.
I'm here today with Maria Panvini and Travaris Fauntleroy, the 2007 Cranberry King and Queen. Maria, what made you decide to go out for Cranberry Queen?
Well, it's something that I've been thinking about for a while. I saw the competitions, since I was a freshman, and I thought about it, but I didn't know if I wanted to do it or not. So what really pushed me over the edge, I talked to one of last year's Cranberry Court members, Shelly Helfgott, who was a sister in Alpha Xi Delta with me, and she really encouraged me to go out for it. She said that she believed in me and that I'd be really great for the competition, and so that's what eventually led me to really compete in it.
How about you, Travaris?
My story's about the opposite of Maria's. I just didn't want to have any regrets when I graduated, so I figured, why not just try and see what happens? And I just gave it my all, and I won.
And what did you have to do in order to run?
There was a series of competitions that took place over 2 weeks. It started out with an application, and you needed a certain GPA, and you needed to be involved in certain things, and then you're minimized down from that. The administrators pick, and then after that, all of the fun competitions start. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, a lot of the things weren't me, but I just I guess I got accustomed to them. For instance, like the vignette competition, that was more of a trifold display of your personality. The costume competition, which really wasn't me, and of course the finale, which was the self-expression and you could say talent portion.
And Maria, what was your favorite part of the competition?
My favorite part of the competition, it's tough. I really loved the finale. I worked really hard on it, and I got to sing with the vibes, which was such a great thing. And I also really liked the costume competition. I was the Rider Bronc ID card, and it was so much fun to do. My roommate and I, Michelle Imperioli, we worked so hard on it together, and it was a really fun night.
And Travaris, what was your favorite part?
I didn't have a favorite part. I think the whole thing was more or less a great experience for me because I kind of came out of my shell. I'm not a shy person, but it's just that when you're in a new element, you have to kind of just go for it, and I don't know. It just was like a new experience for me altogether. So I kind of took all of that in and going to take it with me for the rest of my life.
And anything you guys would want to say to some upcoming seniors who might be thinking about going out for the competition?
Just try it. Just try it. That's all I can say. Just try it.
Absolutely. It was so much fun to do. The entire court, we had such a great time together. I got to know really great people that I didn't know before, like Travaris here. So it was so much fun. It's worth a shot.
Be sure to congratulate Maria and Travaris if you see them around campus, and keep your eyes open for more information if you are interested in running in next year's competition. Catholic Campus Ministry held a fundraiser this past Wednesday evening to raise money for orphans in the Dominican Republic. Anthony Santiago has more on A Night in Santo Domingo.
This past Wednesday evening, November 7th, Catholic Campus Ministry sponsored a charity event in the Cavala Room. A Night in Santo Domingo was sponsored by CCM to raise money for orphans in the Dominican Republic. Every year, Catholic Campus Ministry travels to the Hogar Escuela Armando Rosenberg Orphanage in Santo Domingo during the winter break. A misfortune occurred this past year when a recent tropical storm ravaged the area in the Dominican Republic. This year, CCM is attempting to bring some relief. A Night in Santo Domingo was a buffet and dance that featured traditional Hispanic foods such as arroz con pollo, or rice with chicken, and plátanos, also known as plantains. All of the food was cooked by CCM board members and volunteers. The dance started about a half an hour into the event and featured such Latino music as merengue, bachata, salsa, and reggaeton. All proceeds from the event, including ticket sales, 50-50, and donations, were to benefit the orphans in the Dominican. Overall, the night was a success and the objective completed. From the Convala Room, this has been Anthony Santiago, Channel 20, News at Ryder.
If you would like to find out more about the orphans in Santo Domingo or CCM sponsored events, please visit www.ryderccm.org. Voices for Planned Parenthood, Vox, held a meeting on Wednesday evening. Sean Rainey was there to find out what Vox is trying to accomplish.
At this week's meeting for Vox, the members discussed about how to get the Ryder community to learn about emergency contraception, or EC, which is offered at the health center for about $30. Some of the proposed ideas to educate students were placing flyers around campus, handing out business cards, or having a game night that will be sponsored by Vox. Ellen Thompson, who is the president of Vox, said EC is not a form of abortion. EC is just like any other form of birth control. However, with EC, the birth control is taken after sex and not before it.
A lot of people confuse emergency contraceptive with RU-486, which is the abortion pill. Emergency contraceptive is nothing different than taking a birth control pill, except you're taking, a couple extra doses of a hormone. It's completely safe. It's actually over the counter at this point. You can go to your local CVS and pick it up for anywhere from $30 to $45.
During the meeting, members watched Access Denied. The film shows the effects the global gag rule has had in Zambia.
On his second day in office, President George W. Bush reinstated the Mexico City policy, also known as the global gag rule, a set of restrictions that prohibits overseas NGOs from providing abortion-related services, even counseling or referrals with their own separate funds. In order to receive U.S. family planning funds, organizations must give up their free speech rights by promising not to engage in political advocacy on abortion, even in countries like Zambia, where abortion is legal.
I spoke with Vox members following the meeting to hear their reactions to the movie.
I felt very strongly about it, and it's really amazing how, politics can hide things so serious, and then all of a sudden you see a video where there's a group of people that are so strong about something, and then you're like, wow, this is a huge problem, and we have to do something about it.
I was deeply upset to know that people were going as far to put poisonous things in their body to get rid of a baby, and that our country was taking away every safe option that they had.
This has been Sean Rainey, Channel 20, News at Ryder.
Vox meets every Wednesday evening at 10 p.m. in Memorial Hall 112. There was an Emerging Leaders meeting this Thursday. Our own Nicole Lawrence was there and got some helpful advice on how to become a successful leader.
The Emerging Leaders is a group of students here at Ryder that are looking to be the leaders of clubs and organizations here in the future. They meet on either Mondays or Thursdays and learn about different leadership skills. I got the chance to talk to the advisor, Cassie Iacovelli, and a freshman in her Thursday class.
Emerging Leaders program has been on this campus for the last 8 years. It's intended primarily for new students that enter Ryder University. The first semester is geared mostly to the theme of connections. Topics each week include different fundamental strategies for how to be an effective leader. But when we first got started in this semester, we put a lot of time into preparing and implementing Midnight Madness. This program is an environment that's welcoming and hopefully inspiring. And hopefully I see it as a program that is the minor leagues for leadership, that hopefully these freshmen will be the major players in 4 years, 3 to 4 years.
Emerging Leaders basically has gotten me involved in a lot of things. I mean, the first program was the Midnight Madness, pretty much celebration. I got very involved in that and took a big leadership role in it, which was actually really the first time I've ever gotten that involved in a school program. And it has really given me the nudge towards actually wanting to get involved and trying to start some programs.
Currently, the Emerging Leaders are planning to go out on November 18th to help a family in need fix up their house. On September 1st, a mother of 5 passed away, and her 5 children are living with their grandparents. The family is struggling, so if you would like to get involved or make a donation of time or a Christmas present, contact Cassie Iacovelli at iacovell@ryder.edu. We will keep you posted. This has been Nicole Lawrence for Channel 20, News at Ryder.
Emerging Leaders meets every Monday and Thursday. All are welcome to attend. Sweet Charity, the university's fall musical, made its debut in the Yvonne Theater Thursday night. Here's Gina Grasso with the story.
Sweet Charity is a musical comedy written by Neil Simon. The story surrounds the prostitute main character Charity with violence, drugs, and love, and also explores the hardships that she faces. Before the show had begun, we were able to go backstage to speak with the actors. They exclaimed their favorite part of the show and why they believed people should come support them.
Favorite aspect of the show is being able to sing the song that I sang.
Everyone who's involved in the show is just absolutely out of this world amazing. There's not a single bad actor, bad dancer, bad singer on that stage.
Probably have to say just being involved.
Everyone is so fantastic in it.
I get to do things in front of my parents that I wouldn't normally be able to do.
My favorite aspect of the show has to be just working with the cast and crew. They're just amazing. Everyone in the show is so great to work with.
Everyone should come support that because it's a fine art.
No one in the audience had something bad to say about the show.
It was awesome, incredible. Multiple words. I can't, not one word.
Really good. Entertaining and very funny.
Extravagant.
It made me laugh hysterically.
More information about the show can be found on Ryder's website. This has been Gina Grasso reporting for Channel 20 News at Ryder.
If you did not get a chance to see the show, Sweet Charity will also be playing this upcoming weekend. Tickets can be bought at the BLC ticket booth. Gary Zaretsky was in the art gallery to talk about his exhibit on Thursday night. Matt Semmel has the story.
The art gallery was filled Thursday night as people came to hear Gary Zaretsky talk about his photographs. Zaretsky was able to explain how he got his start in photography.
When I was a little boy, I got a camera and I went around pressing the button. And I didn't really know what I was doing, but that's how I started. But it really wasn't until I was already out of graduate school before I got seriously interested in it. And it was through a friend who was taking a class at Mercer County Community College. And she got me all turned on to doing this type of work.
He then discussed the wide range of work he has on display in the art gallery.
It covers 35 years of my life, so when I look at it, I see it very much autobiographically because at different times in my life I was in different places and I was interested in different things. But there are themes throughout the work. Most of it deals with the human condition in some way or another. Paul Strand said that if you go into one person very deeply, that person can become all people. And you'll see in the show that there are portraits, but even the ones that aren't portraits, in some way they deal with the state of the world that we're in today.
Professor Harry Nahr, director of the Rider University Art Gallery, was there for the talk.
I think it went really well. We had a packed house. I mean, I think we had, 50, 60 people here. Have to count the chairs, but all the chairs were taken and there were people sitting on the floor.
This has been Matt Semmel reporting for Channel 20 News at Ryder.
The Zaretsky exhibit is on display until December 9th. On Thursday night at 7:30 in the chapel, the Julius and Dorothy Koopman Holocaust and Genocide Resource Center had a ceremony to commemorate Kristallnacht. Kristallnacht is the night of November 9th, 1938, when the Nazi SS incited mobs to attack Jewish citizens in Germany and Austria. Transformers, starring Shia LaBeouf, played in the BLC Theater this past Thursday. The next film, Superbad, will be shown at 7:30 on Thursday, November 15th in the BLC Theater. This weekly movie screening is presented by the Student Entertainment Council and is free and open to the public. The Blue Man Group was in this area this past Friday. The Student Entertainment Council took students to the Sovereign Bank Arena to watch the famous group play. Tickets were just $5. The Rider University Network competed with universities from the Freedom States in the National Broadcasting Society regional competition this past weekend. Gina Grasso has the story.
Williamsburg University held a broadcasting conference this past weekend.
The National Broadcasting Society provides students the opportunity at these regional conventions and these national conventions to network, to grow, to learn, to enhance their education, and to literally understand where the marketplace is going.
Every year we always come out here, hope to meet some people who work in the field, learn about the electronic media field, and just pretty much network and get your name out there and hopefully get a job soon.
Rider University, along with other colleges from the Freedom States, had the opportunity to enjoy a variety of panel presentations.
Just showed you how the stability in jobs here works, and there's certain things that you can get into, especially like with reality TV now. It's such a big market, and that was pretty cool.
Comcast Mark Flamini conveyed the importance of networking and what it means to be a good intern.
So it's really crucial getting a really good internship, acting professional, and definitely being enthusiastic is really a huge part.
Many of the students agreed that the discussions were beneficial. However, the presentations were not the highlight of their weekend.
To tell you the truth, I just had a really good time hanging out with other people. You know, it was good seeing the industry, and we all know that networking is important, and it was very evident for the convention, but I really felt like it was good to see other people who you're going to be competing with and working with later.
I'm definitely taking the closeness that I've made with some of the other people here from different universities.
See, for me, when I come to conventions, the highlight is always meeting everyone, because I think it's just great to, obviously I take all the professional stuff in, but I love meeting the other students, because for me, they're going to be the ones working with me in a few years, and it's great to meet them and know them and kind of, just have those connections like everyone talks about. So I think that would be the highlight.
The weekend ended with an awards banquet from the regional broadcasting competition.
The Rider University Network won many awards throughout the banquet. John Schulter and Nicholas Balassi won awards for their show On the Issues. Other shows that received recognition were Spotlight on Student Government, as well as Night, the new drama series. The Rider University Network will be competing in the National Convention this upcoming March.
This is Gina Grasser reporting for Channel 20 News at Rider.
Stay tuned for the national competition coming this spring. This past Saturday, SEC had a trip scheduled to New York City to see Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The trip was unfortunately canceled due to another strike in the entertainment industry. The International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees went on strike early Saturday morning. Students were disappointed, but will be able to return to New York City next week on Saturday as a part of the SEC in the City Trip series. This trip is free of charge, and if anyone would like to go, please sign up at the ticket booth as soon as possible, for slots are filling up fast. On Saturday, the Adventure Club played Whirly Ball. What is Whirly Ball, you ask? This sport is a combination between lacrosse, hockey, and basketball while using the power of bumper cars. The game is high impact and a lot of fun. The Adventure Club is always going places wherever fun is involved. Next semester, they plan on going skiing and whitewater rafting. This week's Starbuck Live music series featured Jason Lavesseur. While listening to Jason's music, students could also go and see Late Night at the SRC. Garrett Williams has the story.
Saturday night was a very relaxing and fun-filled evening at the SRC lobby. Students were able to listen to Jason Lavesseur at the Starbucks Live music series, or hang out and play a game or two at the Late Night at the SRC lobby. During intermission, I had the opportunity to speak with Jason on how he got started.
I wanted to be a banker, but my parents made me be in a band. No, I'm kidding. I just started playing music in high school with friends, and then started doing it in college, and now I'm doing it full time. I've been compared to other acoustic performers. I mean, it's hard to say because I listen to a lot of rock music and pop music, and because I play acoustic guitar and sing solo shows, people think it's folk music, but I'd say it's rock and roll and rock bands. I mean, and I really like rock bands.
I also had the opportunity to speak with the SRC marketing intern, Shannon Harris.
Actually, it's Rec Programs, Intramurals, that sponsors this, and basically what we do is we sit down as a team, marketing team, and we come up with ideas to prepare. It's just a way to get people involved to come out to the SRC. For the next event, we're probably not sure, but there'll probably be more prizes and giveaways and more tournaments, though.
This is Garrett Williams reporting from the SRC, Channel 20, News at Rider.
Stay tuned for next week's show for more Starbucks Live Music series. Now for the sports report. The volleyball team has faced struggles all season long, and this weekend was no different. I was there to cover the matchup against Loyola.
Saturday afternoon was a sad moment in time for the Lady Broncs of Riders volleyball team. Not only were the ladies defeated by the Loyola Greyhounds, but they had to say their official goodbyes to their only senior and dear outside hitter. Senior Recognition Day marked the 4-year college volleyball career of number 4, Miss Katrina Stale. Stale was recruited while she was a student at Hempfield Area High School. There she was a scholar athlete and served as volleyball team captain. Her team leadership and skill followed her throughout her years at Rider, making her stay a very successful one.
When I graduated high school, I was recruited, and my season began extremely well. We had one senior, my freshman year as well. And we ended up going to the MAC championships, finished, I believe, 3rd in our conference. It was very exciting. Sophomore year, we lost only one player. Well, not as successful as my freshman year, but then my junior year we were able to go back to the championships and we went to Florida for that. So that was, again, another exciting year. This year we were very young. I was excited for what we had coming in. Preseason was very exciting. Bunch of new faces. Half the team were freshmen, so it was a brand new team. We didn't know what to expect. Everyone was working hard.
Katrina has finished her volleyball adventure at Rider with remarkable records. She is ranked number 1 in the Lady Broncs history with the highest number of matches played, 113. She also is credited with 632 career kills and 674 career digs. Stale is proud of her accomplishments as a Lady Bronc. Although saying goodbye to volleyball as well as Rider is an emotionally moving time, she feels that this is only the beginning.
It's been great. I don't regret any part of my 4 years here at all, today or my freshman year. It doesn't feel like I'm done yet. Not yet, at least. I feel there's more to come.
Katrina is a biology major and looks forward to attending medical school post-graduation.
Although all eyes were on Rider's shining star, the look at the scoreboard wasn't as bright. Loyola swept Rider in the first 3 games. The final team record for the 2007 season was 2-26. The women's basketball team opened their season at home against the Monmouth Hawks. They came out with energy against their opponents and ended with a win. The score was 59-46. The wrestling team opened their season up on Friday against the Missouri Tigers, who are ranked 6th in the country. The Broncs fought hard but lost by a score of 34-4. The 4-day weather forecast looks like this. Monday should be cloudy with a high of 54 and a low of 44. On Tuesday, partly cloudy with a high of 61 and a low of 39. Wednesday, we should have a few showers in the forecast with a high of 59 and a low of 43. And on Thursday, partly cloudy again with a high of 51 and a low of 35. This has been the Weekend News Update. For the entire Rider University Network, I'm Steph Chartel. Have a great week.